So I'm constantly asked, what is it that you do at CMI? CMI stands for the Cleaning Management Institute. The Cleaning Management Institute is the education, training, and certification arm of the ISSA. The ISSA, of course, is the Worldwide Cleaning Industry Association and oversees and helps people within the cleaning industry throughout this entire planet. In fact, it's said that there's over 5 million workers involved in the cleaning industry worldwide, and of that, about 5% of them are actually documented and certified as trained and skilled in the area of cleaning. That gives us some great opportunities. So I'm constantly asked, what is it that we provide? We provide two primary platforms. One would be a tactical platform and one would be a strategic platform. On the tactical end, that basically means, how do I clean? What's this all about? We offer a program that dives into the actual best practices of how to clean. In other words, who can't clean? Anybody can clean, anybody can be effective given enough time, but a professional needs to do it in a very efficient manner. So people are always very intrigued to know what is considered to be an industry standard, step-by-step sequence of what is considered to be the most efficient way to be effective. That's called a best practice. Although we acknowledge accepted practices, we know that there are a lot of different ways to do things, but very often, even people that have been doing this for 20 years want to know what is it that the rest of the world looks at as a best practice, the most efficient step-by-step sequence to accomplish things. Beyond that, our program at the tactical end gets into other things that you would want a frontline worker to be skilled or knowledgeable in. One might be the existing standards of care. It is always amazing to me how few people know that there is an international standard of care that identifies how to define clean and how do we measure clean, because what means clean to you may not be the same way I define clean. We have to make sure we're very clear on what is considered to be a successful outcome of the process of cleaning. So a standard identifies and defines clean. Where it also gets into is how to measure clean. Is it something I'm going to look at? Is it something I'm going to smell? Or am I going to use analytic equipment to identify existence of bacteria or viruses or whatever? So all of that is part of a standard, and wouldn't it be good to know that somebody's been trained on that end of it as well as best practices? On top of all that, there's health and safety regulations that we need to make sure we're complying with. Anybody involved in the cleaning industry doing cleaning tasks may have the opportunity to be exposed to blood or body fluids in the act of cleaning. Think about cleaning a restroom or a shower room or a locker room. So somebody that's doing that work needs to have had training on how to safely do that without exposing themselves to the hazards of picking up a bloodborne pathogen. And all of that is part of what gets covered in the health and safety end of it. Another end of that is chemical safety. I mean, obviously people involved in the cleaning industry are dealing with different types of cleaning chemicals. And so they need to know what is the safe way to do it, how to identify the safety of a product. There's things called the globally harmonized system of safety data sheets. And people are taught on how to identify what is safe about a product, what is unsafe about a product, what to do in the event of an accidental splash or ricochet in the eye or a spill on the floor. On top of that, there's the issues of proper labeling on bottles and proper labeling on secondary containers for bottles that are being used to mix up a concentrate. So you can see the value, I believe, of all that. Somebody that has got a high value property would really want to know that their frontline workers were not only trained on the best practices, the most efficient way to be effective, but also knew the health and safety regs and also knew the standard of care and how a successful outcome is defined. That's why that certification has got such great value, acknowledgement, and recognition on a worldwide level. There's 260,000 certified custodial technicians in the world of a workforce that's 5 million people. That's 5%. So we have a lot of work to do. That's the tactical end of it and the core of all of our programs, but we have a strategic program too. Our strategic program is something that is aimed at supervisors and management. And that gets into things like communication and leadership skills, workloading, staffing, productivity rate assessments, proper ways to do task inspections, the proper way to benchmark the level of cleanliness in a building through doing a cleanliness audit, proper way to look at purchasing with return on investment calculations and break-even points, even things as simple as disciplinary action with frontline workers. All of that is critical knowledge. It's all strategic, and I didn't mention a single thing about the tactics of cleaning there. So that's our strategic program, and very, very valuable, one of the most powerful programs that we offer. So in general, we have both tactical and strategic programs, and it's our way of increasing the level of respect that is shown towards people within the cleaning industry, because it is a serious profession, and we're trying to change the way people view cleaning.